Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. Today I'm playing along with a couple hops, mixed media mayhem, white paint, metallics, and dyes. I've also used some scraps up, so I'm playing along with Baby Got Scraps. And I'm also doing this, um, the Scrap Room Stash Challenge. And so you were supposed to use an item for each letter in the word play. So I have used paint, and that went way back in my stash. L, I used a label. A, I used my alphabet dies, and Y, there is yellow on my layout. So there is where I got my challenge met, and here is the scrap that I pulled out from my scrap bin to map my photos. And so just getting those matted up here. Obviously I had used it on a layout and did some paper tearing. And I think I still have a little bit of this scrap left once I am completed. And so the background paper, I don't think I've even put the paint on yet because I wanted to know how big my pictures were going to be and how big of the area in the middle of the layout I needed to paint with the white paint, but couldn't determine that until I had my pictures matted and where they were going to go. So looks like I am getting close to having that part completed. And I actually didn't have true white paint, and so I started digging through. And so I ended up finding this liquid pearls. It does call it like a shimmer paint or something. So this is what I'm going with. Obviously, it had been in my stash for quite some time and was kind of dried up. So I couldn't get it to come out the little nozzle. So I pried the nozzle off, got the little gloop that was dried up in the nozzle out of the top opening. And as you can see, I just started pushing it out the top and using a mixed media spatula there and just rubbed it on my layout. So I think at this point it's dry. I can't remember if I let it dry or if I started putting all of my pieces down since I knew I wasn't going to be touching it quite yet. So I did use up some border strips on this, so I guess technically those are scraps as well. Um, the Actually, all of those came out of my branding strip jar that I have. This border strip is from Simple Stories. It's from the new, is it Game Night? It's a newer collection from Simple Stories. And so I am going to use some embellishments to complete this layout. So these pictures are actually documenting the first time Cody played Farkle with our family. So my husband's mom lives a couple hours north of where we live. And so when we go to visit, since she lives in an independent living apartment, there isn't a place for us to stay, so we do get a hotel room. And at this particular hotel, we've stayed there several times, and they have a nice area down in by the front desk where there's some big tables and some TVs and things like that. And so we just take over the big table, and however many people are there, that we just start playing our favorite dice game, which is Farkle. So um, when we celebrated her 80th birthday a couple years ago, that Joe had purchased all of these foam dice in different colors as part of the decoration at her party. And so we have just kept those, and that is what we put in our travel to play the game, because when you roll the dice that they are quiet and just don't seem to bounce around or as far if they fall off the table as a regular hard dice. So um, Yeah, so that kind of makes it fun. We have these big foam dice, and so they were perfect for Cody to play with, and he could also help me throw the dice each time it was my turn. So this is just documenting him actually participating for the first time. So um, adding that scorecard as a layer piece, and I did use my Tim Holtz alphabet die to create my title. I did do the, I guess you could call it the faux, oh, what's it called? Like a faux foam alphabet sticker that I cut out several layers of white from the same letter, and then the final layer is my pattern paper, so it does have a little bit of lift to it. However, I did want a little bit more, so I do end up putting strips of foam tape behind each of those before I stuck them down to my layout, but that did help give a little bit more stability to the letter before I put the foam adhesive on the back. So here I am finally ready to put down my alphabet. Here I'm showing you that I've put the several layers on as well as the foam tape. And I did die cut the dot, but I do end up putting a enamel, not an enamel dot, because they're the brads that are stickers, so they don't have the tines, it's just a sticker brad. And so use that as my dot. So here now you can see I've got all of my title down and just starting to do some embellishing. So I had put one of the brads there. I have one up in the upper corner and a third one to get my visual triangle. So here are the close-up photos. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below. There are Facebook groups and playlist links listed down below as well if you want to go see everybody else that is playing along, or if you're interested in checking out one of the challenges that I'm working with. So thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Bye.